The Reef Stalked is the sequel to the original movie, The Reef. You know that little shark movie? This is the sequel to it, and this one, we follow a group of young women who are going on this amazing kayaking adventure across the seas to different islands, doing what you do, but then a massive great white comes to stalk them. He is bloodthirsty, he is hungry, he wants human meat. Now I'm going to tell you guys my thoughts on this movie, but let me know in the comments below what you guys think of it. Did you love it? Did you hate it? Smash it down below. Smash that like button, click subscribe, and let's get straight into this review right now.
Please don't watch out! Annie!
Okay, so look, I really like that original The Reef movie. I think since Jaws, we've got Open Water, The Shallows, and The Reef, which I would consider not as good as Jaws, but up there with those like better shark movies. Because when they've been trying to replicate the Jaws formula and replicate this shark movie that is just intense, has you on the edge of your seats, tries to capture the magic of the classic, they just never seem to work. And it's just becomes a total mess. So you either got to do a Sharknado and just go completely bonkers. Otherwise, it doesn't tend to work that well. But here we go. We got a sequel. I like the first Reef. I was like, yes, bring it on. It was on Shudder. I watched it. I'll tell you guys right now, what they did right in the first movie, The Reef, that really made it good, they did not do any of that in the sequel. I don't know why they made that choice, but this does not feel like The Reef at all. It does not feel like it belongs with that. This feels like it belongs with something else. You could just call this Stalked. Take the Reef title out of it and just put Stalked. This isn't a good movie. It's not. The whole first part of the movie establishes something to do with domestic violence and the death of a character that you don't even care about at that point. So you're not even attached to that. That then plays a part with one particular character that we follow on this journey that is dealing with that. But like it didn't work. It just did not work for me at all. I was kind of like, I don't care for these characters, so why would I care what she's experiencing right now? You never established anything. You never established their relationship. You just basically said they're sisters. And I'm supposed to just be like, okay, they're sisters, so I care now. No, I didn't care. So I think the character work was a big downfall for all of the characters. I just did not care for any of the characters. I was actually rooting for the shark to eat them all. I was like, go for it, man. Just eat these kids. Eat these fools. So you don't care for the characters. Which I was kind of devastated about because The Reef, I actually cared for the characters in the first one. Really did. And I was rooting for them. I was like, hoping that they would survive. I was on the edge of my seat. I was like, don't, come on. Trying not to it. But every time I was like, I hope the shark eats this person. They're just annoying. The main character that we follow, Nick or whatever her name is, she has this hero complex where she has to be like the dominant one, the one that's like, I know what to do, you're doing it wrong, listen to me, listen to this is the plan, we're not going to do this. Like there's one moment where this person's been bitten by a shark, they're bleeding out, and she's like, we can't do this, we have to sit out, work this out, we have time. It's like, bro, the person's bleeding out, you ain't got time, you got to do something right now, otherwise she's going to die. Which brings me to the next point. One person dies in this movie. One person dies, one person gets injured. It's a freaking shark movie. One person dies, one injured. There is there was one scene where I absolutely, there's a couple scenes where I absolutely love. There's one where this shark becomes absolutely a flash shark. Like, I've never seen a shark move so quick before. Granted, this is a low budget film, but you still could have made that a bit more realistic. Like, I can accept the quality not being visually on the level of the comic book movies, you know, like that, like a $200 million budget movie. I get that. But when you have a shark that moves rapid, like, I mean rapid, like 1 minute's there, next thing, boom, and it hits the boat, and one person gets flung out. Like, one person gets flung out and miles away from the boat. And then she gets bitten by the shark. Like, the shark grabs her on the freaking right there and drags her under in that. So the hero complex person jumps in, goes to save her, brings her up, and guess what? You never guess this. Her life jacket's the only thing that got punctured. Not her skin, not her, because when she come out, I was like, where's the blood? Nope. Somehow, it managed to just bite the life jacket. After just ripping a person before who had a life jacket and coming in the exact same way. But yeah, now, what, would she have metal or something on there? Nope. Stupid. Made no sense. It didn't work. And then it didn't have the vibe of me on the edge of my seat. I was just sitting there, I was like, this is kind of boring for a shark movie. Very boring. I'm just watching the shark rotate, go around, jump, boom, boom. Just nothing. Like, I didn't feel anything. And then the climax of the movie, oh my god, talk about jumping the shark. I was baffled. I was absolutely baffled. I couldn't believe it. I just couldn't believe it. It didn't make sense. It was very poor. The dialogue is awful. I mean, absolutely awful. The whole idea of the hero complex character, Nick, having her deal with the trauma of someone's death before they even got to the sharks was kind of like, what? Like, it made no sense at all. You could cut that out and not have that in there and focus on building the relationship of the characters instead. I would rather that. But there was none of that. Like, there was nothing where I built a sense of, I want them to survive. I never got that. So that was kind of annoying. But yeah, it's a shame. I was actually kind of looking forward to this movie. I really was. But unfortunately, it's another failed shark movie. It really is. And the music just did not fit. I felt like the music is supposed to give you the tone of dread. Like the score, you're supposed to sit there, like when you hear that music in Jaws, like dun 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 dun, like you're on the edge of your seat already. You're like, boom, it enhances the scene. Same with The Shallows, when their music's on, it's intense. It's like, oh my god, something bad's gonna happen. Same with The Reef, but this one, they sort of had like this like upbeat music, and I was kind of sitting there like, what is going on? Like, is someone about to jump and ride this shark and fight this shark like a superhero? Because that's what I'm waiting for. This is what this music is like. Someone's gonna do that. Nope, doesn't happen. And it didn't just, oh yeah, and it's just, the kayaks just disappear like no tomorrow. I don't even know where they are. I don't know what happened to them, but yeah, a lot of it just didn't make sense. A lot of potential that failed. And come on, guys, it's a shark movie. One person dies, and it's at the start of the movie, and then no one else dies, so it feels like nothing happens. Just these people getting circled by a shark, and they eventually kill the shark. Like, come on, be brave, kill people, do that. But they didn't do it. So unfortunately, this one fell flat for me. So let me know in the comments below, what did you guys think of this movie? Did you love it? Did you hate it? Smash it down below. Smash that like button. Click subscribe. I'll see you guys next video. Till then, stay safe. Peace out.